another video on 21st Century Opinion. My name is Emmy, if you didn't already know.
And this is your boy Johnny Boy the Great, aka Johnny Boy the Great. And I heard we have a special guest for today. Who's this?
And this is our puppy. His name is Knight, and he's amazing when he wants to be, of course.
Except that shit pee all over my damn floor.
But he's a good boy. For today's topic,
Pee on my floor again and see what happened.
what are we talking about today?
Well, today we don't. I don't have a topic, to be honest. But I wanted to touch up on a point, right? Like so many people in life, like especially women, right? When they start hitting like late 30s and things like that, and then they haven't found their perfect somebody, and then they choose like to go with someone that they wouldn't have gone out with like in their 20s or something, like to the point where like they settling. I was wondering, based on your opinion, do you think like it's a good thing to settle, or and what's the reason why most people settle?
I think it depends on, like you were saying, age is a big reason. I think if you're like 45 and you think you're dying alone, you can settle. And at the same time too, sometimes it's good to settle. You probably being too picky, you know what I mean? There's not a perfect human being out there. There's not a perfect partner out there. Sometimes it's good to settle. Like if you being too picky, you think you're being too picky, sometimes you just gotta settle or you're gonna die alone. Or you're gonna have to get like 5 of these.
Would you ever settle?
If I was 50 and had nobody, I would settle.
I think it's better. I think it's better for you to be alone than to settle, because for example, like if you're in a relationship, or let's say you settle for a job, like any kind anything like that, right? You're not truly happy. Like you feel like you deserve better, and I don't think like it's a good feeling for you to go through life thinking that I deserve better. Like for example, like let's say you, since we mostly talk about relationship, let's say you're in a relationship and you feel like you settle for that relationship. I don't think you could ever be happy, because you like, yo, I deserve better, and then as a result, that can make you treat your partner like in a way they don't deserve, right? Just because you settle doesn't mean that the other person settle. So I think that can haunt you. In so many cases, you've seen people settle with the person they are with, because maybe the person has money, or maybe it could be as simple as that person had a kid for you, and then you don't want the kid to grow up without a family or something like that, or a bond, and then you choose to settle in that relationship, but you're not truly happy. So, in I think it's a bad thing for you to settle. I think you should. It's better for you to be alone than to settle. Honestly.
So I think it depends on what you're settling for, right? I would never advise someone to settle for someone that's like cheating on you or bluntly disrespecting you in any form. But if you settling, like you waiting to find your Prince Charming, you waiting to find someone that's gonna, like, I don't know, bring you flowers every day to get out of work or whatever, versus like being with someone that doesn't do the simplest thing, I think it's okay to settle. Sometimes we're trying to find this perfect person, right? We have this perfect image in our head that we keep trying to create.
That's also the problem too. Like you gotta be realistic. Like you got some. There are some, like you cannot be 30-year-old woman, and you like average or something, and then you're looking for a man like with 6 figure, right? Like usually men with that kind of money usually date somebody that's like on the 9, 10-ish. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be realistic as well. Just because you have a lot of money, you make 6 figure, doesn't mean like a man will just literally drop into you like that just because that's the man you want.
He does not want to be alone in there. He's so dramatic. But at the same, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Like, I feel like people would, I don't know, they would be in one position in life and then they're looking for someone that's like way out of their league. And every single person that comes to them, they either like friend zone them or like just push them away completely. When it's like the person that you're looking, even you see it a lot in high school, right? People like friend zone like their closest, the people that's like in the same level as them, like the same league as them, the same social group as them, and they're like they want to date that football player that's like their ideal uh, person for them, like the jerk. and they end up like alone and when they're 30 and they wonder why nobody wants me, because everybody that wants you, you push them away because you're not willing to settle. You have an unrealistic image in your head.
But in the end, though, what we can learn from it is like you don't wanna be. Honestly, I don't think you should settle right today, but you shouldn't have unrealistic expectation as well. But I think if you settle, then it's not a happy situation for either you or your partner. It Even if it's not in a relationship, like I said, if you settle for a job, I don't think you're truly gonna be happy behind that job as well. So it's better for you to go as your heart desire, but in a relationship it's two people, you know. Just because you desire that person doesn't mean that person is gonna desire you, so you might have to learn to compromise a bit, right?
I think also too, it's you have to like reevaluate yourself, right? Like if you think your expectations are way too high, lower your expectations. Like I always tell my friends, like, imagine the worst situation that you could possibly be in, right? If you imagine the worst situation that you could possibly be in, it makes the current situation seems that much more better, that much better, and that much more glamorous. So the moment that you start thinking, oh my gosh, this man isn't good looking enough, like he isn't this, he doesn't make enough money, he doesn't treat me well, and you know like this person is good for you, but it's just your expectations, lower them to the worst possible situation ever. Then you'll be happy in the current situation.
I don't know. I don't know if lowering your expectation is a good advice. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know if I would lower my expectation, right?
Don't lower your expectation for people disrespecting you. Don't lower your expectation for people valuing you. But as far as like physical ability, money, if it's those reasons that you think like, oh, I'm not settling for a man that doesn't make 6 figures, lower your expectation.
I mean, I can understand where they're coming from, though. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna be making all that type of money and then you like with somebody that can even financially back you up too. You know?
What's gonna
That's
make
also
you happy?
yeah,
You
but yeah,
dying alone or you being with a man that makes less money than you?
that is true. You could look at it this way too. You know, that's
It's with every situation. Like, what's gonna make me happy? Being with this cheating bastard or dying alone? Every situation that you come up with, like, think about it this way: this situation or dying alone. Which one's better?
anyway. That's all we had for you in settling. But no matter what you do, it's your life and your decision. And if it's really gonna make you happy, if settling is gonna make you happy, which I really highly doubt will, then go for it. But you shouldn't settle. Um,
Not for anything.
it's not a healthy
Don't
situation.
settle for anything. What's one thing you would settle for?
One thing I would settle for,
Mm-hmm.
um, shit. If you offer me $1 billion or $1 million, I'll settle.
That's not. That's stupid. That's what's one thing you would settle for in a relationship?
In a relationship, what would I
What's
settle
like a deal breaker for you? But if it was like, okay, this person's my last option, you would settle for it.
for? Well, you gotta be respectful, right?
Are you settling for a disrespectful woman?
Nah, that's a bad example. Nah, I won't do a disrespectful woman. Let's say clean. Let's say clean.
You would settle for a dirty woman.
Not. I'll settle for a dirty woman over a disrespectful woman.
But let's say at your age right now, the person that you're with is
You're
dirty.
asking me a question out of the blue that I have to think for.
I'm still thinking myself.
I never thought about it.
So right now, the person that you're with is dirty, and I don't mean like they don't clean around. I mean like they're dirty, dirty. They leave dirty dishes in the sink. They like leave clothes on the floor, like dirty. Are you settling?
Do you shower? Do you clean your vagina?
I clean myself. I don't
You
clean
clean
that
yourself. You just don't
around.
clean around the house.
Uh huh.
Compared to you being disrespectful and cursing and yelling at me every day, I'll take that. Yeah.
No, don't compare it. This is the person that you are with,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And are you settling because that person loves you and you love them back, or you walk now and going to look for someone that's clean and loves you and you love them back?
I probably would love somebody that's clean. I don't know what I would settle for in a relationship, right? I don't know. I don't think I wouldn't be able to take somebody that's like dirty, right? You gotta be happy. Yeah, you have to be clean. I'm a clean guy. Why would I take somebody that's dirty?
So you're not settling.
Nah, cause I would never truly be happy. Like I wouldn't be happy. Like every time I get home from work and then it's like my house is dirty. Nah, I don't know. I don't think I can do it.
When I'm 65 and older, I'll settle. But as of right now, I'm gonna be picky.
What would you settle for?
What would I settle for? I don't know. I would maybe. Shit. I'm not settling right now. When I'm 65 and older, I'm settling. Right now, if you're not good, you gotta go.
Yeah, name one thing that you would settle for.
I don't know. Give me an example. And I'll let you know.
You put me in the blue, whatever. You gotta answer.
Um, That's a lot to think about. I would settle. I would settle for someone that doesn't like. I would like to have someone that can like help me cook or whatever. Be active in the kitchen. I would settle for someone that doesn't do that. Like I'm not gonna push you to the curb because you don't do it. I would like someone that can help out. No, I'm not settling for that. Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, we clearly don't know what we would settle for. So, do you know what you would settle for? And if you can't find something you would settle for,
Then you're probably not settling.
probably shouldn't settle at all, because you won't be happy. I wouldn't be happy with a dirty woman.
And I'm not settling until I'm 65.
Would you settle for a guy that can only give you 5 minutes?
Yes. We'll just do 5 minutes over and over and over.
I don't know. There's limited amount of rounds. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys.
Leave a comment down below letting us know what you thought of this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here.
And if you look at the corner and you see it's red, you have to press it. You have to press it. If it's gray, you're good. You're good.
And if you're not signed into your YouTube account because you're lazy, our YouTube account is really easy to find. All you literally have to do is type 21st Century Opinion. That's 21ST Century Opinion, and
I think our viewers can spell.
And it's no, you can try to whatever, and it will literally be the only account that shows up. So it's really easy to find the account and subscribe to it. If you're not in your YouTube channel right now, so go to your YouTube app and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Peace.